Hey guys, it's Janitha and I'm back with another video. Today we're making shrimp fried rice and fried chicken wings. If you want to see how I make this, stay tuned. So what we're going to need for the chicken is sesame oil, garlic powder, onion powder, white pepper, salt, cornstarch, all-purpose flour, sugar, eggs, and obviously chicken wings. My sugar is in that white container over there. So the next thing you want to do is clean your meat. On chicken wings, they always come with a nail. You want to take that off. Anytime you cook any meat, you want to clean your meat. So what you want to do is cut that nail off. And I also cut the tip of the wings as well. I don't know, it's something my mom did as a child, so I do it now. That's optional. But again, you just want to go through one by one and remove that nail, and again the tips of the wings if you want. I'm going to fast forward this and then we'll come back and do the next steps, which is seasoning the meat. Once you remove the tips, you want to go ahead and rinse or wash the chicken. You can use warm water, just kind of rinse whatever dirt could be on there, drain it out, and then we're going to come back and season the chicken. So now that you've washed your chicken, you want to pat dry it with a paper towel. It's important that you do this, that we don't have too much water in the bottom of the bowl when you're seasoning your chicken. So go ahead and pat dry with the paper towel. And then from there, we're gonna add our seasoning. So you add some black pepper, some white pepper, gonna add some garlic powder. And all of the measurements are gonna be in the description bar below. Gonna add some sugar, that's what was in my white container. Add some soy sauce. A little bit of sesame oil, like literally just a drop. A little goes a long way. Go ahead and crack your egg, add your cornstarch, and then you're gonna also add the flour, and you're just gonna wanna mix this together thoroughly. Make sure your chicken is coated evenly, and then from there, once everything, add salt as well. Once everything is coated, you're gonna put some plastic saran wrap and you're gonna let this marinate for at least 2 hours. If you want to do 30 minutes, you can. 2 hours is best, but I mean, if you're hungry right now, just at least give it 30 minutes. Go ahead and just make your rice in the meantime. That way you can at least allow your chicken to marinate for a decent amount of time. So you're just gonna watch me mixing it all together. And then we'll put the saran wrap, and then we'll come back and start prepping for the rice. So for shrimp fried rice, obviously you have to have shrimp. So I'm gonna go ahead and lightly season my shrimp with some Cajun seasoning, some garlic powder, and some salt. You can use any seasoning you want at this point in time, but you do want to just season lightly because the rice will have soy sauce, and you don't want your food to be salty. So mix it all together, and then we're gonna come back and get everything prepped for the rice. So for your fried rice, you want to use white pepper, onion powder, you could do fresh garlic or powdered garlic, oyster sauce, that's optional, soy sauce, sesame oil, salt, butter, 3 eggs, green onions, regular onions, peas and carrots, white rice, and you can also do brown rice if you prefer. So you want to clean your green onions. You can't just pull them out and start cutting and using them. You definitely want to wash them, cut off the roots and the dead ends as well. And I'm gonna fast forward this. I'm pretty much just gonna cut up the green onions And then I'll also be cutting up the regular onion. You're only gonna want half of the onion. So I'm gonna fast forward it and then we're gonna come back and proceed over to the next steps. So once you're done cutting up your onions, you can add it to the green onion and put it to the side. So now what you want to do is go ahead and crack your eggs. This step here, me removing these white thingies, I don't know what it is. I just don't like how it looks. As a child, my mom always took them out, so I take them out, but if you don't care, you could leave it. But I'm just gonna take those white things out, and then you're gonna whisk your eggs. Y'all see me struggling? Look, it just kept coming back down. But anyway, once you get all that stuff out, you're gonna go ahead and whisk your eggs and then also put them to the side. And then we're pretty much almost done and ready to make our fried rice. So whisk it up, and then we're gonna come and pretty much put it all together. So now that we have everything prepped, we are ready to make our shrimp fried rice. So first things first, you want to get a tablespoon of butter, spread it around your pan. You can use a frying pan. If you have a wok, you can use a wok too. But this is all I have, so that's what I'm gonna use. You wanna go ahead and add your eggs. Again, your heat should be on medium. And you just want to slowly scramble your eggs. Keep an eye on it. You don't want your eggs to burn, but go ahead and scramble it. And then once your eggs have been scrambled, you're just gonna put them into a bowl and put them to the side. So now that you've done scrambling your eggs, we're gonna go ahead to the next step, which is cooking our shrimp. Again, we're making shrimp fried rice, but if you don't eat seafood, you can do this with chicken. If you want pork, you can do it with pork. But pretty much season whatever meat it is that you're wanting to use and just cook it. So with shrimp, it doesn't take too long to cook. With these were large, so you can cook them about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. You really just want it to turn pink. It does not have to cook all the way through, because once we've mixed in the vegetables with the rice, you're gonna add your protein, or you're gonna add your shrimp back, or again, whatever protein you're using back into the rice, and it's gonna continue to cook as well. So cook your meat, whether you're doing shrimp, chicken, turkey, pork, doesn't matter. Cook it and then put it to the side, and then I'll come back and we'll get this rice done. So now that your shrimp is done cooking, you want to add 2 tablespoons of butter to your pan. You're also going to add your onion and your green onion, as well as adding your peas and carrots. And what we're going to do is saute our vegetables for about 5 minutes. So we're going to saute them. I'm going to fast forward this for you guys, and then we'll come back and get this rice done. vegetables are done sauteing, we're just gonna push them to the side of the pan. And then from there, we're gonna add our rice. Again, my rice was refrigerated overnight. When you're making fried rice, you want to use cold rice. If this is something you're doing the day before, cook your rice early in the morning and then just put it in a pan or in the freezer, in the refrigerator. That way it can kind of, the refrigerator can suck out all the moisture. Because if you do fried rice with fresh rice, it's just gonna be mushy. Your rice isn't gonna fry. So add your rice to the pan, and then you're also gonna go ahead and add your sauces. So that is sesame oil. It's supposed to be a teaspoon, but I think I put a tablespoon, but I like sesame oil, so that's fine. And then you want to add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Again, this is optional. It doesn't taste like oysters. You really can't taste it for real. I think it just gives color. I think that's what gives the rice the brown color, because the soy sauce really doesn't add too much color to your rice. So 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. And then you're gonna go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. So 1 sesame oil, 2 oyster, 3 soy sauce. And I like soy sauce, so I just added a little bit more. So once you get all of your seasonings in there, you're gonna continue to stir the rice, get everything coated, and then we're gonna come and season our rice real quick. Add the eggs, add the shrimp, and your rice is pretty much gonna be done. So I'm just gonna fast forward it. You guys can see pretty much what I'm doing, and I'll just show you the end results. At this point, I just added a little bit of white pepper and some garlic powder. Again, the amounts are going to be in the description bar below, or you can just sprinkle however much you like. You're going to go ahead and incorporate your seasonings into your rice. Continue stirring. Again, this is fried rice, so you're going to be stirring for a minute. So go ahead and incorporate your seasonings. And then if you're like vegetarian, pretty much once you're done incorporating your seasoning, you can just eat your rice like this. You don't have to necessarily put any protein in it, but those of you who do eat meat, such as myself, again, this is shrimp fried rice, so I'll be adding shrimp to mine. But if you're doing yours with chicken breast or pork or turkey, this would be the moment where you would add your protein. And what you're gonna do is continue to work your protein into the rice. And you're gonna stir it for an additional 5 minutes and just work it all together. From there, your rice is pretty much done. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of parsley in here just for additional color. Again, that's optional, you don't have to. But once you're done incorporating your protein into your rice, you're pretty much all set and good to go. And this should be pretty much what it looks like. So beautiful. So now when it comes to making this type of fried chicken, it's a 2-step process. So the first time you're gonna fry your chicken until it's like a light golden brown color. And then the second time you're gonna fry it obviously till it's golden brown. So go ahead and add your chicken to your hot oil. The way that I know my oil is hot is I just get some water and I just splash it. If it starts popping, I know it's ready. So add your chicken into your pan. I would say about 5 at a time. it really depends how big your wings are, but I would say about 5 at a time. You don't want to overcrowd your pan because instead of frying, it's gonna kind of like boil, if that makes sense. Your chicken isn't gonna fry and pretty much just gonna be wasting your time. So add your chicken. I would say fry it for about 4 minutes on each side until it's like that golden brown color. So flip them, fry about 4 minutes on the other side. And when it starts to look like this, you want to take them out. So after you take your wings out, you're gonna lay them on, you can do like a cooling rack, or you could just put it on some paper towels. And you're gonna let your chicken cool for about 15 minutes. If you put them back in the fryer after like a minute or two, because the juices are still running, you're gonna end up having dry chicken. So allow your chicken to rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And then once it rests, we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the oil. So after your chicken has rested for at least 10 to 15 minutes, you want to go ahead and put them back in your oil. And what you want to do is cook these for about 6 to 7 minutes on both sides until your chicken is golden brown. So and you're just gonna let it fry. And then in the end, you'll pretty much see what it looks like when it's all done. So I'll just fast forward for you guys and then we'll come back a little bit later. All right, so now that 6 to 7 minutes have passed, you can go ahead and flip your chicken over. It should have this nice golden brown color to it. After your 6 and 7 minutes have passed, you can go ahead and place your chicken or remove it from the oil, place it on a cooling rack. If you don't have a cooling rack, you can get a plate and layer on some paper towels and allow the paper towels to soak up any excess oil. And then from there, you can go ahead and serve your meal. This is what mine look like all plated up. I want to thank you guys for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want me to make in the next videos. Have a wonderful day and be blessed.